So, Caroline, thanks for doing this, and
Hi. Yeah.
lovely to meet you again. It's almost a year since we met, but that was only for one day. So, um, yes, you've been on the course with me this year, and we're a little over halfway through. So, I'm just checking in with some people, and you said you do this for me, so thank you. So yeah, let's. How are you getting on? How's it sitting with you?
Yeah, well, as you know, I came to you through a friend of mine in France, Donna. We started out, as you said, this time last year, and we were going to do a weekend course with you,
Yeah.
face to face. And then we couldn't because of COVID. Came to this because I really wanted to explore something with you at that time, and this was only the way we could do it was online. And actually, I've been really surprised at how well it's worked for me.
Me too.
Um, well, you shouldn't be. You shouldn't be surprised, Mark, because, as I say, you touch me. You touch people in a way that transcends this medium, and it goes beyond this because, the way that you talk to us through the sessions, the way you tell us how to get into the meditative state, and as I say, your voice coming across online is as if you are in my room with me. So, although we don't get the physical contact, and I'm sure I'm getting something quite powerful from it. So I'm very pleased with how I've progressed, because I was a bit skeptical, I will say, to start off
Course.
with.
And that's good. That's good. And just one of the things that has been said, I did a few short sessions before Christmas online, and it surprised me personally that this work would transcend across online. And I always thought I'd need to be in the room. But
Yeah,
I think what's happened, and I just want to say this for anybody that's listening that might be interested in joining the next one. Um, what's happened is, although we have a group and we have 20 odd people, every person is sitting in their own private space. And I think that's
yeah,
what's making this happen really well. That you're not looking across at someone else in the room because I can see us all, but you can't see each other. And
yeah.
yeah, that it gives a great sense for you guys. I'm hearing this feedback of, wow, it's very personal, it's very private. So
Yeah.
that's what seems to be going on there.
Yeah,
So
I think because obviously, although I only had one day experience with the as a group, it's quite raw what comes out actually, and being able to do that in your own personal space is quite comforting.
yeah,
You can manage it, and I've as I say, I'm getting as good an experience as I am face to face. So
that's
well worth the journey, well worth taking up, I tell you. So, mm,
And 5 weeks in now, we're five out of the eight. So
yeah.
yeah, has it been good to you over the 5 weeks, or how have you been?
Yeah, I certainly the first, I will, as I say, the first week or two, the first 2 weeks were very much learning how to breathe. And I wasn't giving myself the time. I maybe did it 3 out of 7 days in those first couple of weeks. Kind of wasn't really sure what I was going to get out of it. And I snore very badly. And the I think it was after the second week, I actually noticed, because I actually have an app that measures my snoring. I noticed that my snoring had halved. I mean, it's not gone away, but it's halved. And so obviously breathing and learning how to breathe through my nose is really helping me.
Well,
So
that's
with
all.
this, I kind of got, well, hang on a minute. This is a real scientific, I can see it happening on this app. And I thought, well, what happens if I take it to the next level and actually do 7 days of meditation? And so, first of all, again, you kind of think, have I got the time to do it? Oh, I haven't got the time to do it. And then it became something that I really need to do now at this stage. So, 5 weeks in, I am now feeling I have to do my meditation. I have to give myself that time.
Yeah,
So I'm very pleased
right,
with
right.
how the program is going because, as I say, it's giving me physical benefits from doing it, and from learning how to do it. So
That's
yeah,
that's great to hear. That's one I didn't think of. I'm looking at other things in the, but you know what, that what's absolutely making a difference there for you, because this is something you can fix if you really want to. The snoring,
yeah,
the nasal breathing absolutely fixes the snoring. So if you can get, there are some people. I have a friend who recently said to me he'd been trying for weeks and weeks and weeks to set himself up going to sleep with his mouth closed. And the
yeah,
benefits he was getting in his energy levels the next day, he was really
yeah,
noticing. But for the person who snores a lot, and this has been proved in time and again, there's books written about it. You put a small piece of tape just here on your
yeah,
lips, just gently on your lips going to bed, and it forces you to breathe through your nose. And
yeah.
you not only stop the snoring, you get a much better sleep. And people who have asthma and sleep apnea improve amazingly well, to the point of even curing these problems
Really, God,
by
I mean, I
doing
had that. Yeah,
nasal breathing. But we've been doing a lot of nasal breathing on the nights. And then if you're practicing daily, you're doing a half hour of nasal breathing a day. And there's your difference. That's brilliant.
mm,
It's a great, well
yeah,
done. Well done.
yeah.
I mean,
Well,
there's
as I
some,
say, that I would never have thought of it. I would never have thought that that would have been a byproduct from it, because I
well,
wasn't looking for that when I came to
neither
you. It
did I.
wasn't that I was looking.
Yeah, yeah, brilliant. You know,
Yeah,
I think we all know couples where one sleeps in a different room because they snore too much, and a simple little thing like this can fix it. Yeah, bring them back together
yeah,
again. So great.
exactly. Well, that's partly it as well, because my husband works away, and at the moment is away for quite a long time, on a project, and that distance can have an effect on a relationship.
Of course.
And of course, the snoring doesn't help either. So, yes, as you say, it's something where I'm trying to get back to a better position where I feel better about myself, where I love myself. And that session this week, the week 5 session about loving yourself and learning to love yourself, I'm finding difficult. It's not
Of course.
easy,
Of course.
but actually really, really interesting. And I'm sure come day 5 of this, day 6, I will start to see the benefits. In fact, I already am. You said actually something about feeding yourself correctly.
Yeah.
And yesterday and today, so 2 days on after the session on Tuesday, suddenly I'm waking up and going, I don't feel like toast and marmalade or
Yeah.
cheese or whatever. I want to have really nourishing fruit and vegetables mixed in my NutriBullet, which I haven't had. I've had the NutriBullet. I loved it. And again, waned and never used it. It's come out of the cupboard again this week.
Yeah. Lovely.
So, it's that's what I mean. What you do is making me love myself, love what I'm doing, and I can't express how grateful I am to you, actually, to be honest.
That's great.
So,
Brilliant. And like I've said, when we start to pay attention to who we are, what has to come then is respect.
yeah,
And all you're doing there is showing some respect for yourself, like you would to a best friend who would come along and
yeah,
say, I'm in trouble, I'm feeling X, Y, and Z. And we're all great at saying, well, do A, B, and C to fix that. Now you're turning that in on yourself.
yeah,
And it's those little things that start the process that build to the bigger picture,
yeah.
So well done. Well done. That's great.
Well, no, I just thank you. Thank you. And as I say, this is happening through the medium of Zoom, you
Yeah, yeah.
know, and who would have thought that you wouldn't have to be present in order to get that kind of energy from someone else? And I also wonder whether you get the energy. You said you've got 22 other people in the room. I do feel sometimes that energy coming together when we actually meditate together, I actually feel that sometimes,
Yeah.
that I can really feel the energy coming off other people. I don't know whether the others feel the same way, but it is a strange thing. But
Well, they say energy doesn't know space and time.
Yeah.
That's why you can do absent healings and things like that. And
Yeah.
what we're doing, sitting with that intensity in that moment, and we all know we're together doing the same thing. Of course, you could be affected with that or sense it, coming to you. Of course, you could. That's
Yeah.
no, if you look at quantum physics, it explains all that very well. It's difficult to understand, but they explain it, and they're working on a scientific level, So yeah, that doesn't surprise me. You're saying that at all. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's good. What that means is you're going deep and you're connecting,
Excellent.
So yeah, well done, well done.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think I won't keep you any longer. You said lots in that short time, and what I'd love to do at the end, a week or so after we've done, is maybe just check in with you again and
That would
see,
be great.
yeah, see how
Love
you
it.
doing.
Absolutely love it, Mark.
Okay,
Thank you.
right. So thank
Can't
you.
thank you enough.
Yeah, and how's the snow up in the mountains there in France?
We haven't got any anymore.
No.
It all went. It
Oh,
all went. I think the north of Europe has got it. I think Kent probably's got it, and Paris and whatever. But we've got nothing here now.
no.
So, are you? Presumably, you can cut off the recording
Yeah,
now
yeah.
because I just wanted to ask a
Yeah.
private question.
Hold on.